This is News 14 Carolina Meteorologist Matthew East, and this is the Thursday edition of the Carolina weather video here for this 4th day of December, and we have a cold front approaching our area. There's a look at the surface chart this morning, and as I'm cutting this video here during the 5 o'clock hour, that cold front approaching the mountains, and that's continuing to steadily move eastward. Now that front's the leading edge to some pretty chilly air. Very cold air mass, Arctic air moving into much of the plain states and the western Great Lakes this morning. And that air mass is indeed moving eastward. Now just ahead of it, we're going to be able to squeeze in one more relatively mild day, some highs in the 50s again across the Piedmont, but much colder air begins moving in by tomorrow. Now where those air masses are colliding, there's your area of rain across the north-central Gulf Coast on up through the Tennessee Valley this morning, and that band of rain will continue advancing eastward, but the upper-level support for it, that is this little upper-level disturbance here up at 500 millibars, that's weakening, and so I think the overall coverage of rain is going to be decreasing today as it approaches our area, but still with that said, mountains will see some showers this afternoon, and in the Piedmont we could see a couple of showers this evening and overnight tonight, but nothing overly heavy and nothing overly widespread. Here's how it shapes up for us. 1 o'clock this afternoon, this is off of the 6Z run of the GFS, and there comes the front. We probably stay dry through the daylight hours in the Piedmont, but then we get into this evening and tonight, and that's when we could have a few showers as that front progresses on through. Here we are now at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, Friday afternoon, and that colder air begins to seep on in here from the north. I think we're looking at 40s for high temperatures tomorrow in much of the Piedmont, and it'll be a chilly day, a day with partial clearing, probably not a whole lot of sunshine, but there'll be some peaks of sun trying to work on in at times. Saturday, 1 in the afternoon, all is pretty quiet, but here comes our next clipper system dropping on in, and it remains to be seen just how much moisture this system will have to work with. Not much, but probably enough that as that system approaches, you don't see much on this run of the GFS, but I think probably Saturday night, especially up around the triad zones, there'll be some snowflakes in the air as that clipper drops on through. Now, nothing to be really overly significant, but maybe some flakes in the air at times Saturday night. Sunday, a quiet and chilly day, and then our next system approaches midweek, and the models are absolutely all over the place with this system. Here's again the latest run of the GFS, the 6Z run. This is 7 p.m. Tuesday. That area of low pressure really taking shape rather nicely over northwestern parts of Alabama. And then as we get into 7 a.m. Wednesday, that low is raced all the way up toward the eastern Great Lakes region, and very cold air plunging in on the backside of that low pressure. Now, some of the runs of the GFS yesterday, the 12 and the 18Z run, showed rain at the start and then a nice little thumping of snow on the backside of the low for the Carolinas. The last couple of runs, mainly rain, and in fact, the 6Z run, taken verbatim, would be a severe weather threat as we went through Tuesday night here in the Carolinas. But I think you have to take every single individual run with a grain of salt, as the models are really going to struggle to resolve this. This is the GFS indicating really a full phasing system, and you have to have a lot of things line up correctly for that to occur just like that. The European, much different, about 24 hours slower, and overall a much milder system. So there's a lot of disagreement here. Probably looking at a rain event Tuesday or Wednesday. Can't rule out a little wintry precip on the backside, especially in the mountains, but certainly nothing at all set in stone at this point. All right, so that's it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Next edition should be posted early on Friday morning. Everyone have a great Thursday, and God bless.